No! Leave me alone!
Look at her face. Look at her face. Everyone, this is like a crazy woman. She's got bipolarism. What's wrong with her? Why is she reacting like this? I heard this before in the past. When you drop a stone, a pebble in the water, you guys may have heard this before. When you drop a pebble in the water, right, and you see a little riptide, it makes sense, right? You drop a pebble, and a little like fluctuation in the water makes sense. But if you drop a pebble in the water and there's a whole tsunami that splashes, was it a pebble or was there something in the water? Right? There's something in this water here. The Nigerian, not every Nigerian, but this mother right here is absolutely delusional. It's demonic. What you're seeing right here is demonic, in my personal opinion. Yo, what's going on, guys? The video I have for you today, guys, I'm going to react to. As you know, this is a channel about mindset. This is a channel about mindset, mastery, and marriage. Here's some mindset I'm about to drop, but it's going to be very relative to the African culture. If you guys don't know, I'm Lauwerz. Yes, I'm Nigerian. I'm born and raised in London. I'm of Nigerian descent. I have Nigerian parents. I've been in Nigerian culture. The video I'm going to react to today, guys, I have to do this. And I've got all this mess over here. I didn't even care. I have to react to this video. My boy, one of my brothers, one of my closest brothers in the world, you know, when my wife and I, have our marriage, this is going to be our best man. He sent me a video of this. He sent me a video when it comes to this reaction. Oh, sorry. He sent me a video, something related to the Nigerian culture. He's Nigerian also. And literally, as soon as he sent me the video, whew, guys, this is going to be a passionate video here. I got to take a deep breath. Like, this is what you're about to see, guys. I'm almost getting emotional because what you're about to see, guys, I'm going to break this down in a way, and I haven't rehearsed anything. What you're about to see is the most toxic part of the Nigerian culture that pisses me off so bad. I don't even curse on my channel. I'm going to hold back from cursing. But what you're going to see is going to be some of the most toxic things ever. The most toxic things ever that come from the Nigerian culture. And the mindset shift that has to happen in the African culture, in the minority culture, in my personal opinion. I'm going to break this video down for you. You guys are going to see something, and I'm telling you, bro, sis, I'm telling you, you're going to see my passion. I'm going to try not to be too detailed on certain situations I've been through because I'm still figuring out how I'm going to filter that out. But you've got to watch this and see. If you're Nigerian, if you're the African culture, or anything, you understand this, but the world, you're going to understand something. And this is what I want people to know. If you have someone that you're dating that's African and came from a traditional African household or has been through a certain situation, I'm telling you, you do not, be patient if that person is struggling through certain things with their parents and trying to get their parents to understand and everything, because I understand the struggle. I understand the struggle. Let's get into this. I'm going to break this down. Let's watch this video. Let's get this reaction so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Let's go. Look at it. Look at the title. When the mother-in-law to be demands respect. Just watch this, guys.
I just want to talk a little bit about
and just so you guys know, I haven't seen this video. I've only seen the reaction. I've only seen a small clip on Instagram, but I found the full video. So I want you guys to watch this full video.
the task that I had today to speak with my mom, saying that when Brittany and I get married, Brittany is going to be a priority.
Was it hard?
So we're going to actually watch this all the way through first, guys. I'm sorry. We're going to watch this all the way through, then I'm going to comment after. Just keep in mind.
Hard?
It was not hard.
Okay.
Why do you think it's going to be hard?
Because, even, moving, I think, was hard for you.
If he didn't want to have a relationship, we wouldn't even be here today. He won't marry you.
I know that.
Okay. So, and since you and Judy have been living together, have I come to bother you?
Well, did I insinuate that you did?
I don't know.
Okay, yes. We can talk about a Valentine's night. You came over, made sure you ate. And then when you were finished, you expected me to take your plate.
In the Nigerian culture, you are supposed to take your mother-in-law's plate.
Yes.
If you know you want to marry my son,
don't have to
you are supposed to respect me.
Mom, can you...
No! Leave me alone!
What's the problem?
Stop it.
Wait,
Wait.
now.
No, stop it. You have to respect me. I'm not your man. She has to respect me.
He respects
She
you.
has to take my place.
Mom, listen.
Yeah, come on. Get
Hold
on.
on. No,
Listen to me.
Listen to me.
I don't want this.
Mom, listen. Mom, you just right now broke her heart.
She broke my heart too. Leave me alone.
Any other day.
Leave me alone. Don't be a whip for a woman.
I'm not being
But
a woman.
he's not being a
Embarrassed,
woman.
feel it ambassador. Okay? The wife, I come embarrassed already.
Whoa, wait.
Just go.
Nonsense.
And I
It's nonsense. If you want to marry a Nigerian, you have to respect your elder.
All right, guys. So you guys just got a chance to watch that. Okay. Now, yeah. Okay. So now I'm gonna break this down. I just want you guys to see what this is about. So now I'm gonna just break this down for you. There's gonna be some emotion in this video. Let's watch this again. But now I'm gonna break certain things down for you.
I just want to talk a little bit about the task that I had today to speak with my mom, saying that when Brittany and I get married, Brittany is going to be priority.
Look at the look on this mother's face. He said that his wife is going to be the priority. Now, I do understand that when it comes to TV, they know how to catch the right angles to frustrate people and everything. I don't know exactly in this moment if she specifically was looking based on that comment just there, but I have a feeling she was looking. Don't let me comment about the eyebrow, but I had a feeling that she was just looking in that comment right there, right? Boom, just so you know. All right, let's go there. Let's move on.
Was it hard?
But look at the disrespect of the look, though. The look of the disrespect. Like, what makes her think that she has the right to do that? Like, what makes her think that? Like, what makes her think? Because she's African, right? Look, guys. Don't get wait.
It was not hard.
Okay.
Why do you think it's gonna be hard?
Because, like, you know, even like moving, I think was hard for you.
If he didn't want to have a relationship, we wouldn't be here today. He won't marry you.
I know that.
Okay. So, and since you and Judy have
Firstly, she calls her mum. Like, isn't that's respect? That's so, to me, that level of respect. You're not even married to the person yet. To me, I don't think someone really becomes your mum until marriage is involved. Because really and truly, where's the commitment at, right? But even then in itself, she says, and I'm pretty sure they're in America right now, but she says, mum. She calls you and respects you and calls you mum. Look at the attitude in this woman. Look at, don't get me started. Anyway, look at the attitude in this woman.
been living together, have I come to bother you?
What did I
Have I come to bother you? Now, you already know she's about to bring up a situation. But look at her. She has, so you have to understand the rage that came out later was actually because she actually knows deep down in her heart, she knows she's been an issue. This mother knows she's been an issue, but she's trying to bait her right now. She's trying to bait her. Okay, I dare you to say it. I tell you, I'm laughing, but I'm so angry. Right now, her face is saying, I dare you to say it. Let's keep watching again.
insinuate that you did?
I don't know.
Okay, yes. If we can talk about.
See, she's being honest. She's being apprehensive because she knows that this woman is an absolute fireball. She knows.
A Valentine's night, you came over, you know, made sure you ate, and then when you were finished, you expected me to take your plate.
Okay. So let's see what she just said right here. You ate, and when you were finished, you expected me to take your plate. Now, I think it's very nice. It's very nice, and it is a sign of endearment and respect to take someone's plate. Absolutely. In African culture, it's almost mandatory. But we're in America. They're in America, I believe, right now. And I understand the mom comes from Africa, but you're not in Africa right now. If your son decides to marry, guys, you guys can see this coming from a deep place, right? I'm Nigerian myself. If your son decides to marry an American woman, that's who he's decided. Matter of fact, oh my God, matter of fact, do you see this woman, this Nigerian mom, who would want to have a wife like that? A lot of Africans right now, I've got people I know in my life, a lot of Africans that have gone away from marrying African women. And let's just move forward. Watch this.
In the Nigerian culture, you are supposed to take your mother-in-law's plate.
Yeah.
She said in Nigerian culture, you're supposed to take your mother-in-law. But you're not in Nigeria right now. You're not in Nigeria right now. I understand in Nigerian culture you do that, but you're not in Nigeria right now. This woman, I don't know everything, but based on the limited knowledge I know, this woman has not disrespected you. Maybe, but here's the thing, and you guys will say, okay, if someone will watch this and say, okay, she's expected to take the plate. I understand that. Maybe so. But I'm telling you this because I know from experience, and I've been in the situations, and mom, you know I love you, mom. We're in a great place now. I've been with my wife 15 years now. We've been married 10 years. But trust me, there's been some challenges, some major challenges, and this comes from the African Nigerian mentality that is so blocked off from the rest of the world. They think the rest of the world has to conform to Nigeria, and the unhealthy, emotionally unintelligent, the emotionally neglectful and abusive mannerisms and nature that comes from African parents that have a total disregard for other people than themselves. Whew, guys, you can feel my, okay, right? So she can, yes, but you said in Nigeria, it's almost a mandatory, you have to. You're not in Nigeria, you're in America. Your son is chosen an American woman, regardless. If a lot of Africans claim, in my experience, have claimed to be Christians, right? Well, you leave your mother and you cleave to your wife. Your wife becomes the number one priority. Your wife. It's like this Nigerian mom wants her husband to make her the number one priority, her son to make her the number one priority, the grandchildren to make her the number one priority. So who's married to who? How many husbands does she want? She's look. Let's go again. Check this out.
If you know you want to marry my son,
don't have to
you are supposed to respect
Why is she
me.
Why is she so angry like this? Where's this coming from? Who wants to be with this woman? And you see the father, the husband down there just sitting all quiet. I'm telling you, in a lot of situations, you see something like this. You see the woman just absolutely lunatic. This is the lunatic Africa, and it comes from the culture. You're in America now, right? Look, for me, when I go to a certain state, guess what? I'm in a certain state right now. If I go to a different state, guess what? I have to oblige by their rules. I have to oblige. I can't. I'm in America now. Let's say there's another country that people walk around naked. Let's say hypothetically, right? Let's say there's another country that people walk around naked and people don't have any clothes on. Guess what? In that maybe I could do that there hypothetically. But when I come back to America, guess what? We don't do that here. So you conform. So you don't want to do that? Don't come to America then. Why are you in America then? Why are you here? If you want that type of respect. If the daughter-in-law, potential daughter-in-law, and the son want to go over to Nigeria and do dinner with you there, maybe you can demand that respect. Maybe that's still unhealthy. But what's her rage? What's her frustration about? Let's look at this woman's face. What's her rage and frustration about? Like what? What is this about? Where does this come from? What? You can tell that this girl is very polite. I'm telling you, an American woman is most likely to disrespect the hell. Don't get me wrong. Hear me out. This lady being in America, where America's not really the type of culture where it's like, oh my God, I respect. America's a place where you respect whoever. You can have someone here. I remember when I grew up in London, there wasn't a lot of people that were older than you that worked for a younger person, right? You didn't see that often, but these days in America, it's so prevalent. You can have a 30-year-old manager have a 50-year-old employee. You know what I'm saying? It's so prevalent here. I didn't really recognize that. So my thing is in like this woman right here, the husband is probably not being honest with her. The husband contributes to this nonsense too. The African husband contributes. He let this woman loose. It doesn't matter if you're Nigerian or not. You treat people with respect. Why is she so angry in this way? And then watch her. Watch what she does here. Look at her face. Look at her face. Everyone, this is like a crazy woman. She's got bipolarism. What's wrong with her? Why is she reacting like this? I heard this before in the past. When you drop a stone, a pebble in the water, You guys may have heard this before. When you drop a pebble in the water, right, and you see a little riptide, it makes sense, right? You drop a pebble, and a little like fluctuation in the water makes sense. But if you drop a pebble in the water and there's a whole tsunami that splashes, was it a pebble or was there something in the water? Right? There's something in this water here. The Nigerian, not every Nigerian, but this mother right here is absolutely delusional. It's demonic. What you're seeing right here is demonic, in my personal opinion. The belief that you can just talk to people in this certain way, in this certain manner, and you think because you're the African parent, you could just talk to anyone however you want. Your belief in your mannerism to treat someone like this because you're African is absolutely stupid. I don't care what no one says. And anyone that wants to come on here, you could tell me it's absolutely nonsense, absolutely ridiculous. You don't treat people like this. Who does she think she is?
What's your problem?
Why we have to hold you back? Because she. And the thing is, she said you expected me to take your plate. Here's what I'm imagining. I'm imagining she still took the plate. But I'm imagining also as a very disrespectful thing. She probably sat there with her plate and probably was like, oh, aren't you going to take my plate? Hey, my plate's right here. Hey, my what's it called right here? Aren't you going to take my plate? She probably had this type of demeanor. I promise you, man. I already know. Oh, my plate's right here. Are you going to take my plate? Do you see my plate right in front of me? I'm telling you, everyone that knows, you Nigerian, you're listening to this, you know, the Nigerians you see this plate in front of me. You see this plate? Why aren't you taking my plate? Why is my plate still in front of me? This entitlement, because you're what does that mean? What does that mean? This entitlement to disrespect people. This is your son's potential wife. This is someone that he loves, he cares about. Who do you think you are? Hey, don't get me started, guys. This is far from over for me.
Stop it!
Wait.
She slams the table, stop it, and points at her. Look at this woman, man. Look, let me tell you something. You got two choices. You either look at your husband, your potential husband, and say, hey, do you condone this from your mother? Is this how it's going to be the case? Are you going to keep your mother around and talk to me like this? Are you going to do that? Is this what's going to be the case? Yeah? Okay, cool. I'm out. And you leave, right? Or the mother has to calm down and chill out and understand. But let me tell you something right now. The woman's probably in her late 50s, early 60s. She is not going to unlearn this stupidness that, I don't know. Don't get me started. The childhood, you guys know, everyone knows for me, I'm very passionate about childhood emotional neglect. Sorry, guys. Hold on. I'm very passionate about childhood emotional neglect and what that all encompasses. I'm very passionate about that. I think childhood emotional neglect, if you guys don't know, childhood emotional neglect, right, is childhood emotional neglect is the practice. Well, to me, let me break it down. Matter of fact, let me pull up here as you guys, man, there's so much to talk about, man, but I really do. Let me read this to you guys, and this is something I'm going to talk about so much more because I'm so passionate about this stuff. Childhood emotional neglect is a form of child maltreatment that occurs when a child's emotional needs are consistently disregarded or unmet, leading to difficulties in emotional development and well-being. All right, let's see. Yeah, there's so much to talk about. I'm not going to go into that as much, but Africans deal with insensitive. Africans think people are too sensitive or too emotional. There's a difference between insensitivity and being too emotional. There's a difference. Wait, sorry. There's a difference in being strong and being insensitive. Strength is actually the power to be able to handle conversations, talk with tact, handle your emotions, or communicate in a good manner, and communicate in a good way. Insensitivity is total disregard for any other person in the world. And also a lot of African children, a lot of African kids, you think they're just honoring their parents. No, they're numb. They're no longer human beings anymore. They're robots that have been so obedient to their parents, they have no freaking backbone. They could take so much disrespect from their parents, they have no freaking backbone. And guys, here's the thing. I'm not going to be an example of negativity and all this craziness on this, but I want you to feel my passion right now. Because I'm not talking to someone specifically. Some could say I am, to a couple people. I'm talking in general for people to connect to this message. If you're watching this right now, you are probably someone that has dealt with some serious, and you're a Nigerian, and you can resonate with this. You've probably dealt with some serious childhood emotional neglect, some serious insensitivity, some serious disrespect, and told by the African culture that you just, oh, look at this mom. Who does she think she is, man? Let's see this.
Wait. Now. No! Stop it! You have to respect me. I'm not
You have to, wait.
your man.
Yeah. You have to respect me. I'm not your mate. Why does it take, why is she developing? Look at her, prayer hand. I feel so bad for this girl. You could tell that this is probably an incredible, let me tell you something. Africans, I'm Nigerian. Let me tell you something, Africans. You come to America and you talk to people in this specific way. You know what? In America, there's a right to bear arms. Does she think if this family is protected, but does she think the way that her demeanor is, it almost looks like putting someone in imminent danger or threat. And those that understand what the Second Amendment is about, right, the right to bear arms, but also those that understand what self-defense laws are, you could mess with a wrong American woman that thinks the way that mother's behaving, look at her, pray your hands together. You can tell. Let me tell you something. You know what's crazy? She's not shocked. Do you guys see this? This woman right here is not shocked, right? She's not shocked. She's prayer hands. This means that this has happened probably 10,000 times since she's met this woman. This probably happens so often. The amount of disrespect, the snarky comments, the disrespect to her happens probably so freaking often. She's putting up prayer hands. Do you know how powerful that is to show you? This woman is so lunatic. I'm so tired of this woman. She's putting up prayer hands. Look, let's see some more of this. And they have to drag, look at the family. Look at the toxicity of this. The family has to drag this woman out of the house. Shut the door. Almost contain her like a Rottweiler. For what? For respect? Because someone to take your plate? I guarantee the woman still took her plate. But even the hesitancy, you think you could talk to someone like this? Who does this woman think she is? Man, I'm telling you, man. There's so many Africans that are watching this right now that were triggered by this. There's so many Africans that just go away from, you know how many people I know that go away? How many African people I know right now in this generation? Some people I know, cousins, family members, that they're done with black African women, man. Now they're going with Indians, white, Hispanic. They just said, and I don't know other cultures as much, but let's say Indians. They said F this, man, mixed. They said F this, or I'm just anti-African. I'm anti-African. I'll tell you this right now. I'm so blessed to have such a phenomenal wife. I love my wife. I'm thankful. 15 years, even to this day, I never get bored of my wife. I love my wife dearly. One of the best things that happened to me in my life. One of the absolute best things that happened to me in my life. I love her dearly. And the one thing that transparently, I don't give a damn who watches this. The one thing we went through in the earlier, we went through toxic. Here's the thing. We went through toxic stuff with my parents. Toxic comments, toxic situations, toxic disrespect in certain scenarios. But you know what? And I went through some stuff with my wife. It was a challenge because I had to figure out the balance of like this woman or this parent that you've been around and you've respected for so long, and now you have a woman that you introduce. It's like it's so much hits you at once. Like, I love my wife, I've respected my mom so long, what the F is going on? So much hits you at once, you don't know what to do. You don't know. It's the hardest thing ever. But I got to a point where I was like, now my mom knows. Whoever, any parent of mine know, you disrespect my wife, F you. Don't talk to me. You don't disrespect my wife. F this Nigerian crap. You do not disrespect my wife, and that's it, period. That's it. Because guess what? I got a backbone. But here's what I started to realize about this childhood emotional neglect. That's why one of my favorite books, Running on Empty, is so powerful. Because it helped me realize how negative and narcissistic a parent can be. It helped me realize how negative and how downright, and the African culture is breeded in it. So it helped me get the backbone to understand so much better exactly how to grow myself in a certain way towards a certain scenario to understand that the issue wasn't me. The issue and the frustration growing up wasn't me. The African culture has got so demanding on respect. The African culture, they can disrespect. They can be so, they're so grounded on respect that they're willing to say and do anything to their children at times. I've gone through situations that has made me say F this, and I'm absolutely completely done. I do not deal with disrespect from my parent. I don't care. I respect you can respect someone, but guess what? Some African parents can't even handle feedback. They can't even handle you giving your perspective. What the F is a relationship if I can't give you a perspective? I'm plus 30 years old. I can't even give you a perspective. I can't give you this perspective. I'm plus 30 years old. And then you say something and someone takes you to say it the wrong way. You tell someone, oh, you don't have an emotional connection with this person, and now they told you that you're a bad this person. Your parent now thinks you said you're a bad something. They take your words and flip it. When you said no, the words you exactly said, I don't have an emotional connection, or you don't have an emotional connection with this sibling. But that person says you said you're a bad person, and then goes off on you and says some of the most demeaning things ever to say to another human being. When you've tried your hardest to fit into the family, you've tried so hard, and then the African culture could be so demeaning, so disrespectful, to think automatically you could just talk to someone however you want to. Do you know the kind of stuff that people can go through in early in the relate? I'm about to tear up here. You know the kind of situations you go through in the African culture. The woman that you respect, the mother you respect, someone's having to carry her out like this, take her out of the room like this, because there's a son. And then let's look at the rest of this.
Mom,
Look at how they are to her. They have to hold this woman back. Who does she think she is? This guy loves a woman. He cherishes a woman. When I met my wife, I loved my wife. I cherished my wife. One of the best things that ever happened to me. One of the most incredible people, incredible hearts. Man, I tell you, the incredible people, incredible hearts. I can't even tell you. And then now you wanted to introduce your parents and you get all these snarky comments, there's little things here and there, this and that, and this, the comments, no lack of understanding. The one thing African parents never do, never, is try to seek understanding. In 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, habit number 5 is seek first to understand and then be understood. In the African culture, there's no freaking thing as seek first to understand and then be understood. It's you spray your anger, your vulgarity, the toxicity you were raised around everyone around you, and everyone has to conform to who you are. Everyone has to conform to who you are. What kind of crap is that? What kind of crap is that you feel that you can spew that kind of situation to people and everyone has to conform to who you are? You can be the most respectful child of your parents and have a great, nourishing relationship. You can share situations. You can share stories. I love my parents. I'll always love my parents because love has nothing to do with the relationship. I've always wanted to have a deeper connection, but there's a certain place you can't go with the African parents sometimes. There's a certain, because this respect thing is so deep rooted in their mind. And the funny thing is, I know they learned it from their parents. It's such a negative thing, but guess what? You can try to have patience for that African parent. You could try to have patience for the situation when they talk with the respect stuff. You can try to have patience. Guess what happens though? You can have patience after a certain amount of time, but they just don't get it. And then now you have to think about you have to now think about the healing for yourself. When you've been shouted at, when you've been berated for so long by an African parent, and then you get to a place now where you can get out of that situation, it's emotional abuse. It's emotional abuse. It's emotional abuse. And an African parent needs to be able to hear that. But look at this. Look how they're babying this woman. Look how they're babying this situation. You heard her, I don't want it. Like, what?
Mom, you just right now broke her heart.
She broke my heart too.
Oh my God. This is gonna, guys, this is a 1-minute video where I hope you guys are still here with me. Comment, hit subscribe, guys. Share this to your African friend and ask them if they relate what I'm saying. I promise you. She said you just broke her heart. She broke because she said you expected me to take your plate. Because, again, there's nothing wrong with... Look, that sounds bad, but I guarantee she still took her plate, but it's the way she respected it. I would love to hear from this woman how the woman expected her to take her plate. I'm guessing it came like this. Like I told you guys earlier, oh, you're not going to take my plate? So you see me sitting here finish my food and you're not going to come take my plate? You see my food finish and you're not going to take my plate? And then probably tell the son certain things about the wife, start disrespecting your son's wife. Who do you think you are? Like, who do you think, like, literally, who do you think you are? Who do you think you are? He said you broke her heart, and she said she broke. How did she break your heart? What are you talking about? Selfish? What are you talking about? Break your heart? Disrespect thing that has gone onto these African parents' mind has troubled your mind. It's now made you think you can disrespect, berate, abuse, and absolutely traumatize your kids. Childhood emotional neglect, right? Neglect is an abuse. Neglect is you've neglected the emotional side of things for your children. You've not met their needs emotionally in a specific area. You've even filled it in with some abuse and some negative stuff that they now have not developed in the exact same way, right? Look, there's another definition. Emotional neglect involves a caregiver's failure to attend to a child's emotional needs, such as providing emotional support, validation, understanding. Let me tell you how this woman hasn't done this probably for her son, right? Emotional support, no, because they don't actually know what emotion is. A lot of African parents don't understand emotion and the depths of emotion. How to connect. Guess what? With my children, I demand respect. Yes. Hear me out. I demand respect from everyone in my life. But does demand respect mean I demand you respect me? No. I earn the respect. That's my demand for respect. I earn it. It doesn't matter how young my children are. There's certain disciplines they have to have. Yes, there's certain things. But I want my biggest fear, I told my wife, my biggest fear is that my children will not want to speak to me. I said, you know what? No matter what I do on this earth, I would never want my two little kids, my daughter and my son, to look me in the eye or be afraid to talk to me. You know the biggest fear ever you can have in your life right now, and African parents struggle with this, their kids don't even open up to them. You know what's worse than death? It's living and your kids don't want to. Living in this world and your kids do not want to have the relationship with you is worse than death to me. My biggest fear is my kids not wanting to speak to their dad. That's my biggest fear. But I cannot just disrespect them and think they automatically owe me something. You get the level of respect. There's difference between scared and respect. This is not respect. This is not. What is this? You broke her heart, and then this son is now. I understand what this son is going through. You've gone through all this. This cloud. It's like this pressure. Africans slowly. You know what Africans do? When you're born until a certain age, they slowly instill fear with respect. They slowly instill fear with respect over your lifespan. They slowly instill fear over your lifespan. Slowly instill fear till it gets to a certain point now where this guy, I promise you, the way he's being towards his mum, it's not a one-day thing. She's slowly done specific things and said certain things that he knows he loves his mum so much, and he thinks love and respect are the exact equal same thing. He thinks, okay, if I don't listen to what my mum's saying, it's like I don't love my mum, but I do love my mum. She raised me, she gave me food, she was there for me. But what do you mean? Look, let's do it.
Any other day.
Leave me alone.
Leave me alone. Don't be a whip for a woman.
And look, this is the same try. I know what he's saying. He's saying Yoruba. She said, oh. Don't be a wimp for a woman. Look at her husband. Oh my God. Don't be a wimp for a woman. Do you know how hard that is? Look, here's what African parents have to understand too. Let me break this down for you too. And I hope some parents can hear this. Send this to me. Here's what we have to understand with these African parents, right? Don't be a wimp for a woman. If a stranger came up to me and said, don't be a wimp for a woman, honestly, anyone knows me, I don't care what they're saying. I don't care. Who's this stranger? Don't be a wimp for a woman. Whatever, man. Wish you the best. But when my father or my mother says something like this, it hits a different place. Because we want to have so much trust and respect from our parents. We want to get so much love and guidance from our parents that when your parent says it, you actually question, damn, am I a wimp? You look down. You kind of look down on yourself like, man, am I a wimp? Is that really what I am? Oh man, this is tough. Like you look down and you start to struggle. You start to think internally about certain things and how you can grow in a certain way to earn, your parents to speak right about you. Why are African parents, sorry, I'm flipping. Why is there such non-accountability? How accountable has this husband held this woman? He's trained her to be this way. He's given her the authority to be this way, and they all have. Why has there not been? Look, let me tell you something, man. Let's see. That jollof rice on the table look good, by the way. If you don't know what jollof rice, I said jollof rice. Don't be a wimp for a woman. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Don't be a wimp for a woman. Look, let me tell you something. There was one point in time where I was like this, where if my mom says certain things or dad or whatever, like I just conform because it's an African Nigerian spell that's placed on a child. There's a spell in your brain to disrespect. But now, don't disrespect my wife. Don't disrespect my wife. I don't care who you are. Don't disrespect my. Now, don't get me wrong. To me, words are just words. Words are just words. But when something seems to be so overbearing that it past words and it comes from a parent and it seems like it could escalate, her pointing her finger at the wife like that, who do you think you are? Because you're Nigerian? Because you raised in Nigeria? Like, what? How does that make sense? If the police pulls you over and you pull out a gun towards the police, I'm Nigerian, put your guns down. No, they're going to freaking shoot you. Just an example. Don't take the example personally. I have to give you extremities for you guys to understand. What do you mean? Let's listen to this.
I'm not being a wimp.
He's not being a wimp.
See, feeling like Kimbasoro. Look, that's Nigerian, that's Yoruba, right? She said, he's not being a wimp. Look at her just looking away. Look at that. You know that look right there, guys? Look at the look on the mother's face. Do you know how painful that is for a son to see that? I'm telling you, that's the most painful thing. You look at your mom. I'm not being a wimp. You hear that was him calling out. Guys, you might think I'm exaggerating. I know a lot of Africa's gonna understand this. When you talk to your mom, that's him calling out. I'm not a wimp. Because guess what? If a regular stranger came up, I don't care what regular stranger says, but if I was in that, if I was heated up, if I was activated, if I was ready to go, and a stranger said to me, "Don't be a wimp for a woman," come see me then. What do you mean, don't be a wimp for a woman? F you. What are you talking about, bro? What are you talking about? But when it's your parent, it's different. That's why now I'm not being a wimp. Look how he said, look, and he's still conforming to her, his parent. At this point in my life, I don't care who you are. And the funny thing, this is probably their house. You come into my house, you disrespect my wife because you gave birth to me? So, don't tell me my prediction's right. Oh, you come into my house and you disrespect my wife because you gave birth to me? That's what you feel? Because you gave birth to me, you could just come in my house and disrespect my wife. I'm telling you, and I'm telling you, there's going to be some Americans that see this and listen to this that you guys probably may not understand. I'm telling you, man, some Americans, you guys hear this, you may not understand where I'm coming from. But trust me, if you have an African friend and there's certain things you don't understand, trust me, they're struggling. They're struggling. There's certain things they're struggling with their parents. Look at this look, guys. We have to break this down. Look at the neglect in that look. The look off. Why does she deserve all that respect based on the way she's acting? I'm telling you, man, you African parents need to chill out with this crap. You have to chill out with this crap. Go back to Nigeria then. If you want to talk to people like that, go back to Nigeria and talk to those people like that.
Okay.
And then look what the dad says. Oh my God. I didn't see this the first time properly. Look what the dad said. Oh, no, that's not the dad. That's the uncle. Oh, that's the uncle. I thought it was the dad. My bad. That's her brother. Otherwise, and so that uncle, that's an important figure in his life. Otherwise, you would just keep embarrassing yourself. Do you guys hear that comment? Otherwise, you just keep embarrassing yourself. What the F do you mean I would just keep embarrassing myself? Like, what do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? He's embarrassing himself because he's trying his hardest with the woman that raised him, that gave birth to him, that shouldn't be talking to his fiance like that. He's trying to be in the middle, and you telling him your first thing you're gonna say that he's embarrassing himself? No, actually, he's actually got a lot of emotional awareness to now come and remove the situation. Matter of fact, in some situations, to be honest, at this point, this won't go down in my house though. We're at this point in my life now. This won't go down in my house. You disrespect my wife, get the F out of my house. Period. That's it. I don't care. You can't. Matter of fact, it's not even it's me and my wife's house. We are 100 and 100 here. She's just as much responsible for everything. She's just as much part of this house as I am. Right? She's just as much as part of this house as I am. You come into my house, you try to disrespect my wife. You want to disrespect my wife? In my house? I don't care who you are. Get out of my house immediately. Get out of my house immediately. You're not disrespecting my wife. I don't care who you are. And African parents, you need to hear that. Right? I don't care who you are. But my parents won't do this. There's no way. There's so much established now, but there's no way. Anyway, let's finish this off again. Let's finish this off.
Let's go.
I don't understand what's going on. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me go back to that comment.
Let's go.
Wait. Let me do this again.
Let's go.
Okay, he said it. He said I don't understand what's going on. Guys, you know what this is? He's gone through this too often. He's blind to it. He's gone through this so often with this woman, this mother of his, that he's absolutely blind to it. Oh my gosh. Anyway, he's blind to it. Now he said he doesn't know what's going on. What do you mean you don't know what's going on, bro? If you saw this woman on natural TV and she wasn't Nigerian, you'd be saying, what the hell is wrong with the woman? Let's see.
Let's go.
Nonsense.
And I
Look at the aggressiveness. Nonsense. Like, who do you think you are? What makes this woman special?
It's nonsense. You want to marry a Nigerian, you have to respect your elder.
Okay. You want to marry a Nigerian, you have to respect your elders. Where did she disrespect her? She said, you expected me to get your plate. That's not saying that she disrespected you, because I'm telling you, whoever's watching this and don't agree with me, I promise you, she probably still took her plate. That woman, that fiance, you can tell she has a nice demeanor, nice presence. She just wanted to address the situation. She just wanted to vocalize something. And she even did it in respectful way. She tried to go away from it, but the mom challenged her. She says guys, man, I'm going to end this video. I'm about to end this video. I've got so much to say. Let's see this. I'm about to end this video. That's just a glimpse, man. I've got so much to say on this topic. But honestly, that's been enough for this video. I'll be honest, you guys, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. My boy sent me this video and I responded immediately because this was so triggering. I just couldn't, I don't even know what show this is. Like, Family or Fiance. Oh man, Family or Fiance. Okay. I don't even know what show this is. Maybe I'm going to start watching this to find out. But this Nigerian toxic stuff, I hope some of my people watching this that are African, I hope I've connected with you. Honestly, I really do. I hope I've connected with you. I hope I've really been of impact to you. Because this is some absolute trash. It really is. Anyway, I don't know what else to say right now, guys. I'll leave it there. So I've got so much to say that I don't know what to say. So I'll leave it there, guys. Hopefully it's been impactful, guys. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Send this video to every Nigerian you know. Send them, hey, do you agree with this guy's take? Do you agree with this guy's mindset? Matter of fact, there's going to be some Nigerians that are struggling when it comes to their parents. They're struggling. It's so hard to get, they don't know how to get respect. Okay, let me break this down. Let me do this. Let me break this down. Let me do this, right? Let me say it this way. I know for sure I can help you understand how to get respect from your parents. But here's the thing. There's one thing you have to realize with African parents sometimes. Sometimes you don't get respect from your African parents. You have to completely shut them out. Period. They're absolute crazy. It is so far to a point that is so toxic for your life that you can't do it no more. You can't do it no more. I don't have time. Like, you can't do it no more. Like, I don't know, man. So, I just saw something. You can't do it no more. You can't. It's just, It's just, you can't tolerate being disrespected. As a man of your house, if you're an African man right now, and you know, guys, my channel is about mindset, marriage, and mastery. If you're an African man right now, you're looking to get married or you're married, and you've got a parent like this, man, I'm telling you, if you listen to my audio and you think this is okay, you must, I guarantee you have an African wife or a wife with no, I don't want my wife to be a wife with no backbone. Guess what? I want my wife to be well equipped that when I'm not there, she can handle any type of situation that's going on or whatever. And if your wife is okay with this disrespect from the mother-in-law that, God forbid, you don't even know how long she has on this, you don't even know how long she has on this earth. And what I mean by that is, and it's called Family or Fiance. Guys, I'm going to probably react to this. I've never seen this show before. I'm probably going to react to this now because this is out of the world. I don't know. But anyway, here's the thing. If you're African right now, don't take disrespect like this. This is not it. This is not it. This is not it. I don't know what she's talking about. Shouting, being disrespect, no emotional control, nothing. And here's the biggest thing that Africans have to realize. When your kid, your daughter or son has a backbone and stuff, you can't just disrespect them, go crazy, and expect them just to forgive you and move on. You just can't. There's consequences with your actions. Period. There are consequences with your actions. Period. That's it. And some of those consequences, trust me, you gotta deal with them. You don't talk to your child or your child's fiance or anything like that. You don't do that like this way. If you want to do that, go back to Africa, and maybe if they come visit you in Africa and have dinner, maybe you could do that over there. But your generation is not going to be the same. We're changing it now. Nigerian children like me are changing the generation. My kids will respect me. My kids will respect their mum. But guess what? They also will love me, and they do love me. And they also will have great conversations. Here's the thing. Your kids can be your friends and can respect you. And can know my kids love and respect me. My kids love and respect their mum. My wife is American. I'm born and raised in London, but I'm of Nigerian descent. Guess what? We're all going to learn Yoruba. We're going to do certain things. I understand Yoruba, but I'm teaching my family Nigerian language, all that stuff. But the one thing that's going to happen is my kids are going to love and respect me, understand emotional intelligence and emotion control. For some reason in Africa, this has been allowed, this negativity. But guess what? Oh, I've got so much to say, man. So much to say when it comes to neglect. And there's so much I got to say. And I got to put this in a video and throw it out there. I've got certain people to talk to. Certain people to talk to, be direct with, because they don't understand my story. And sometimes you try so hard. Look at this woman. You try so hard to speak to someone and they don't hear you. Sometimes you got to create a video about it. That's what exactly I might have to do. Take care, guys. I'll speak to you soon.